Hello po sa inyong lahat mga ka-crypto. Ako po si Pinoy Crypto Trader at sa video na ito ay atin pong pag-uusapan ang tungkol sa balitang ito kung saan ang sabi rito ay expert says case against Ripple executives can be revived if SEC wins an appeal. Ayan, naku po. Mukhang malalagay sa peligro ang mga executives ng Ripple kung sakali daw na manalo si SEC ng sa kanilang appeal. Kaya yan, ayon po yan sa mga eksperto. At ayan, bago po tayo magpatuloy ay nais ko po munang bigyang linaw ang aking disclaimer kung saan ang nilalaman po ng video na ito ay hindi po ito isang financial advice. For education and information purposes lamang po ang layunin nito. Maliban po dito ay nais ko na rin pong magbigay babala na wala pong kahit anumang group chat ang Pinoy Crypto Trader. Ayan, mukhang parang tapos na yung kaso ni Ripple at ang SEC. Pero yan, mukhang kahit na ganito na may nailalabas na mga decision na tapos na ang kaso nila ay mukhang may laban pa rin ang SEC. Kaya ayan, wag dapat na magpakampante ang mga XRP kaya or ang Ripple. Attorney Fred Rispoli speculates that the Securities and Exchange Commission can still revive its case against Ripple executives if it wins an appeal. Pwede po nilang habulin ulit ang mga executives ni Ripple kasi alam naman po natin na inurong na po nila yung kanilang kaso. Inurong po ng SEC yung kanilang kaso sa dalawang Ripple executives. Pero pwede raw po ulit nilang habulin. Ang Ripple executives na ito. Yung mga Ripple executives na ito kung sakaling sila ay nabigyan ng panalo sa kanilang appeal. Pro-XRP lawyer Fred Rispoli has once again commented on the SEC's decision to drop charges against Ripple executives Chris Larsen, ang chairman, and Bradley Garlinghouse, ang CEO. Sila pong dalawa yung tinutukoy dito na Ripple executives. Si Chris Larsen ang chairman at ang CEO ay si Bradley Garlinghouse. As reported by the Crypto Basic, Judge Analisa Torres signed the order officially dismissing the case against the executive. Yan po yung latest na balita tungkol sa kaso ng dalawang executives na ito kay SEC. Yung latest ay pinirmahan na po ni Judge Analisa Torres na dismiss na po yung kaso nila. Kaya wala na. Kaya ayan. Ngunit sabi nga ni Attorney Rispoli rito na pwede pa rin itong ma-revive. Kaya ayan, yung dalawang executives ni Ripple ay hindi dapat sila muna magpapakampante. Consequently, Attorney Rispoli said he recently discovered that the charges dropped by the SEC only relate to the role played by Larsen and Garlinghouse during Ripple's institutional sale of XRP, which the court found to be an investment contract. Kaya binitawan lamang daw po yung kaso. Kaso dito sa dalawang Ripple executives na ito. Dahil ito po kasi yung kaso na ito ay yung may kinalaman sa yung Ripple institutional sales ng XRP. Kaya SEC can still sue Ripple executives if it wins appeal. Yan na nga. Kaya hindi pa rin ligtas or lusot yung dalawang executives ni Ripple. Kasi pwede pa rin habulin ng SEC. Pero siguro sa ibang mga rason. Ayan. He noted that the aiding and abetting charges filed against Garlinghouse and Larsen under the programmatic sales of XRP in other distribution categories were automatically dismissed after the court ruled that those transactions did not violate the law. However, Attorney Rispoli speculated that the charges could be revived if the SEC wins appeal on programmatic sales in other distributions. Ayan na nga. Kasi ito yung gustong i-appeal ng SEC. Yan. At kung kung pag sila ay napagbigyan na magkaroon ng appeal, ay ayan, pwede ulit nilang isama. Yan ang nakasuhan ang dalawang Ripple executives. Conversely, the top lawyer emphasized that the SEC cannot sue Larsen and Garlinghouse under the institutional sales category, irrespective of the outcome of its potential appeal. Ayan. Sila po ay lusot po pagdating dito sa institutional sales category. Pero yung sa programmatic sales, ayan, yung sinabi rito na programmatic sales in other distributions ay dyan po sila pwedeng muling habulin ng SEC. Ayan, per Rispoli, the SEC cannot sue Ripple's executives under the institutional sales of XRP category because it dismissed the case with prejudice. Ayan. Furthermore, Attorney Rispoli expressed doubts that the SEC made a sloppy decision by dismissing the charges against Ripple executives under the institutional sales category. I think there is more proof the SEC is going to, as Water T would say, crunch the numbers and wrap this one up for good. Ayan, he added. Yan po si Rispoli. Ito po yung kanyang actual na kanyang tweet dito sa kanyang X handle. Ayan. No appeal yet. It bears mentioning that the SEC has yet to file an appeal officially. Ayan, hindi pa nag-file or nagbibigay ng or naglalabas ng appeal ang SEC. Kaya wala pa tayong idea kung meron nga ba talaga silang balak na mag-appeal or or hindi na. Speculations are rife that the SEC could appeal the ruling on programmatic sales and other distributions. Yan, marami kasing mga nag-i-speculate or yung parang iniisip nila na mukhang mag-a-appeal talaga si SEC. Yan, dito sa kanilang dito sa programmatic sales and other distributions na violations ng Ripple. The SEC has expressed dissatisfaction over the July 13 ruling and has attempted to file an immediate appeal. However, the court denied the request, ordering the commission to wait for the final judgment. Ayan, nitong nakalipas na July 13 na ruling ay nagkaroon daw po ng dissatisfaction. Ayan, hindi po nakontento ang SEC sa inilabas na ruling noong July 13. Kaya ang ginawa nila ay mabilis po, agad po silang nag-file ng appeal. Yan. Pero yung kanilang appeal na ito ay hindi po pinayagan ng korte. Kaya yan, nagbigay na lamang sila ng order na hintayin na lamang nila na yung final judgment para dito. Yan, dismissing the charges against Ripple executives draws the SEC closer to filing an appeal if it wishes. The remedies stage is the next phase of the case. In this phase, the court will determine the exact amount of Ripple will pay for violating the laws via the sale of $770 million worth of XRP to institutional investors. Ayan, yung hinihintay na lamang po ay yung kung magkano yung babayaran ni Ripple sa kanilang violations. Na yan, yung kanilang violate na sales sa kanilang institutional investors. Kaya, ayan, meron po silang sales na umabot raw ng 770 million na halaga ng XRP. Kaya, ayan. XRP source to daily high of $0.55. Ayan, umangat po yung bahagya lang po yun na umangat yung market price ni XRP. Hindi po tulad ni Bitcoin na mataas yung kaniyang inakyat. Meanwhile, XRP recorded massive gains over the past 24 hours. The fifth largest cryptocurrency surged from a 24-hour low of 0.522 to a daily high of 0.557. In the meantime, the price of XRP has retraced below 0.55 as bears continue to target 0.5042 support level. At the time of writing this line, XRP was changing hands at 0.541, up by 3.2% over the past 24 hours according to CoinGecko data. Ayan, yan pa rin po, patuloy pa rin po na mainit yung kaso ng SEC at dito kay Ripple. Kaya mukhang yan na rin. Talagang sinabi kasi, nagsalita kasi si chairman si Gary Gensler. Ayan, si Chairman Gary Gensler ng SEC. Yan, naglabas po siya ng pahayag na talagang lalaban siya at hindi po siya basta-basta susuko. Ayan, yan po yung kanyang huling pahayag. Kaya maski ang SEC ay mukhang nasa losing side or mukhang parang talo na sila. Ayan, pero para sa kanya ay talagang lalaban pa siya. Ayan, hindi habang may pag-asa or habang may nakikita siya na parang malulusutan niya, ayan, gagawin niya para lamang manalo. Ayan. At ayan, hanggang dito na lamang po tayo sa video na ito. Sana po ay inyong nagustuhan ang aking paliwanag dito. Kung inyo po itong nagustuhan ay pakiclick lamang po ang like button nito. Para naman po sa mga bago lamang dito, kayo po ay aking inaanyayahan para mag-subscribe. Pakiclick na rin po ang bell icon nito dahil ito po ang siyang magsisilbing notification nito sa mga bago kong videos na akin pong ina-upload sa aking YouTube channel na ito. Marami pong salamat sa panonood. Ingat po tayo lagi at God bless po sa ating lahat.